Yes, my friends, welcome back. How you guys all doing today? NiiNiiFC, brand new season, brand new look stream. Yeah, I'm really hoping to come back big this season to do a lot more streams. I'm hoping that everything's working okay from my end. Yeah, it's been a lot of technical difficulties. You know what it can be like behind the scenes sometimes, but yeah, I'm hoping you guys are gonna enjoy the new style. I hope you guys are excited for the game today. I think before the game starts, we got a good 10 minutes. We should discuss the team lineup on show today. But before we do that, shout out to all you guys. Great to see you guys here. Nick N, how you doing? LY, good to see you, man. Hartford James, what's good, man? J San 1, yes, bro. I recognize a lot of you guys from the comment section, so it's great to see that you guys are here with me. A bit of like an impromptu stream. I had so many difficulties that I had no time really to give guys a heads up about what was going to happen. But I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. Give me a thumbs up in chat if this is running smoothly and running okay. But I guess in the meantime, let's look at the lineup on show today, yeah? Because maybe this was the responsible lineup we should have all expected to see. So as you guys can see, Enzo Maresca's first lineup as a Chelsea manager. Sanchez in goal, Gusto, Fofana, Koval, and Cucurella. I think we all kind of expected them to be the main back four. Midfield, the same midfield we saw in pre-season. Caicedo, Enzo, and Romeo Lavia. Lavia's played every game in pre-season. He's one of the key guys for Maresca. It makes sense that he starts in the base of midfield. Looking forward to seeing what Enzo does in the 8th position. And honestly, big game for Caicedo. I know that he's not fully fit. And sometimes when Caicedo isn't fully fit, a lot of times it can be a bit rusty, and you notice that rust in his game. But we have options to turn to off the bench regardless. Of course, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall should be making his home debut today as well. So the midfield will definitely, but I like to think, could have the advantage against Man City. No Rodri today. If we go to the Man City lineup after this, I feel like there's a team that's there for the taking. And I'm hoping that we can have a reaction today. Give something for the fans now to feel. Give something for us fans now to have hope and faith and trust in. Because outside of all the stuff happening at a board level, the sporting directors, with our transfer business and model, there's one thing that unites the whole fan base, and that's wins. That's performances. And I think no matter what's happening outside the pitch, it won't really matter as long as we show results on that field. So I'm optimistic. And obviously up front, Cole Palmer, Nico Jackson, and Christo and Kunku. Now, it's a shame that last season we couldn't turn to these men as our front three more consistently, but it'll be a massive game for Cole Palmer today. But Palmer, massive game. I mean, he'll take it in his strides. He'll be fine. You know, that nonchalant energy that we've all kind of just like grown accustomed to seeing. It's what makes him who he is. And every time he's played against City, he's hurt them. He's damaged them. He's made things happen. He's scored goals or assisted or made big moments happen for us. So City needs to have a game plan for Cole Palmer today. I'm curious to see what Pep Guardiola does. And obviously alongside him, Nico Jackson. Very unfortunate that this pre-season injuries have been working against him. I wish he had more time under Maresca. I think it's been great for Mark Yu. I think he'll come on as a sub as this game goes on. But Nico Jackson also has really good performances against Man City. His ability to drop deep, link the play, take on City defenders out wide. You know, I'm hoping we can see some slight improvements now in terms of his composure and finishing. That'd be great. It'd be great to see Nico get on the score sheet against City today. And obviously to complete that front three, you know, up there with Cole Palmer. Some argue might be our best player in Christo and Kunku. Another guy who really grew in prominence this pre-season with Maresca. Again, he reminded us that what we'd be missing out on last season. And I think if we had him last season, I think we easily secure getting that Champions League spot, and things look a bit different right now. So that's the lineup on screen. We can quickly see Man City's lineup ever so quickly. But when seeing Rico Lewis, Kovacic, and Bernardo Silva, that will be interesting. Kova, great on the ball, but defensively sus. He allows runners in behind him. I'd like to think Caicedo, Lavia, and Enzo Fernandez as a midfield three should be strong enough to win that midfield battle against Man City. We saw City play maybe transitionally against us in pre-season, they were kind of okay not to have the ball at times. And I think that's because Pep Guardiola respects Maresca. He knows what to expect from him, and he will adapt with the team he has in his selection. So this is a City team that knows how to win. That's the thing. You know, in my head, I got these little predictions going on where it's like we might play sick, play really well, maybe just edge it or even outplay Man City today. But in those moments that matter, City know how to finish. They know how to take advantage. They know how to control the games in aspects like that. And when Maresca discusses the details in the process, this is the process he wants to try to build towards. This will take some time, but let's hope at least there's a slight advantage from the fact that these players have more time understanding each other's game. They went through everything last season. This is a great opportunity this season to showcase everything they learned in their foundational year as a team. And I'm still optimistic for a performance today against Man City, irrespective of the fact that we haven't played as much under Maresca at this point in time. But my friends, very quickly, I'll answer a few questions in chat. We got 5 minutes until the game starts. So what you guys telling me right now? I got a super chat here. Love your content, Nini. Congrats on hitting 200,000 subs. Well deserved. Thank you, Franks Tomasi. Always been backing it on the channel for a long time. I always see you guys too. The ones who show love, the ones who are constantly interacting and being involved. Obviously, it's nice that so many of you guys have been following me for a few years now. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like an old man on YouTube. It's actually nuts, but thank you, Frank Samasi, for that super chat. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I feel like this season has to be 4K, baby. This season has to start being like crisp and sharp. So doing things a bit differently. I got a few overlays and graphics. So yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy it this season. I hope you guys are going to enjoy what I've got cooking up this season. Few questions. Joshua, Sterling wants clarity. Not surprised. Lucas, what's wrong with transfer business? I hate to tell you, the transfer time is supposed to be chaotic for sure. But I guess you could have the argument that, you know, all this data analysis and approach, blah, blah, blah. We're not really seeing as much evidence of that at times because it does feel a bit opportunistic. That's my opinion. At the same time, am I complaining about Felix? It's a weird one. But he's the type of guy I'd take a gamble on, I'll be honest. I've liked him since he broke through at Benfica. He's a style of player that I've always kind of warmed to. So I'm hoping that there's enough left in that Felix potential tank that could be unlocked with us this season. And obviously we wait to see if a Osimhen still comes, because if we're not going to give this guy the money he wants, I'd imagine that he'd happily go to Paris Saint-Germain without thinking twice. So, you know, let's see what happens. Mikel, Nini, are you ready for a Palmer masterclass? Oh, that's the energy I want to be reading right now. A Cole Palmer masterclass. I hope you guys got him in your fantasy league teams. I hope you guys triple captaining him or whatever. If we do anything in this game today, it will be courtesy of Cole Palmer. It will be his influence, his skill, his finishing. You know, so I think it's a big test for Palmer this season because he's not an unknown property anymore. Teams are going to have plans for him. They're going to be focusing on him. It'll be a different type of season for him in that sense, where he'll have to, you know, face oppositions or face tactical setups and plans that he wasn't really facing as much last season, because now he's the big threat. He's the big boy teams have to stop if they hope to get results against us. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Moving on, Mr. Brown. Caleb Wiley signed for Strasbourg. Yes, I know a few guys are. I know Dion is starting for Strasbourg too, so that's 18 years old. Let's see what this kid does in France. Emiliano Villarreal and Kunku and Palmer are gonna cook. I can imagine these guys just like, you know, that little box formation, you know, playing close to Nico Jackson in them central areas. That's key. Let's see what happens in that area. Case and Gomez, Nini, why did you stop going to games? Honestly, bro, I'm a one-man army, so it's been hard. I can't do everything by myself, like go to games, set up, record, and then have everything out in time for you guys to watch the videos. I've been a season ticket holder since I was like, what, 6 years old, and I had to give up my season ticket during the 19-20 season. But I'm hoping, listen, I'm hoping I can get back to these games at some point. I'm hoping I can level up the channel a bit more this season to try and get more outsourced work so I can go to games again and start doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been a Chelsea fan that would go down every week. European games, Champions League finals, I've been there. I've been there for the big occasions. So I'm hoping that at some point I'll be back in the stadium soon. As Moa, under 21s are not going to be registered yet. Woods, Cheddar, the Sterling case is absolutely mad. Okay, so I'm clearly behind on what's happening with Sterling. But anyway, the players are now taking a knee. Let's get ready, my friends. The game's going to be kick-starting anytime soon. And it begins. We kick off the new Premier League season. Let's go. Okay, come on, boys. I need to see something today. Come on. I have to see something today, man. Oh, flipping hell. So you can see how we're splitting the defense right now. City are going to try and stop balls going into like Caicedo and Lavia. We're seeing Caicedo dropping deep, but I can imagine Caicedo and Enzo will take turns doing that alongside Lavia. Okay, so Nkunku's pressing wide. Enzo's moving centrally to press cover. A bit of confusion then between Nkunku and Enzo. City played through us too easily then, but that pass was just about overhit and it hits the side netting. So little details like that. That little confusion then between Enzo and Nkunku. Enzo's like, where are you, Nkunku? And Nkunku's like, where are you, Enzo? And then we got played through with one pass and City turned that into attack in like 2 passing moves. So I'm sure Maresca wouldn't have been happy with that, but we're like 1 minute into the game so far. I want to see how we settle. I hope we can keep the ball against Man City. Levi Cole, great pass to find Gusto. I feel like since Cole's got into our first thing, I rarely get to see his long range passing enough, you know? I think that's what you miss out when he plays this left back role. But I'm hoping that he can like demonstrate what he can do with his passing range, because this guy was playing some phenomenal balls to Matoma when he was on loan with Brighton. Yes, matchday vlogs. I like to do that too. I mean, you know what? I'd actually like to go to a few European games abroad this season. I'm looking at potentially getting tickets for Servette in Switzerland. That could be fun. And Enzo controls that nicely. Back to Cole, back to Lavia. Good press resistance, shields it well, plays it back to Enzo. Enzo and Nico just didn't clock Enzo's pass then. But that was a nice move. Okay, Savio. I feel like Man City's wingers are going to cause headaches this season. Like Doku, Savio together. That's a headache. Okay, Gusto holds this man up. And Robert Sanchez easily claims that. And listen, for all the mistakes he can make, I think one area he never makes mistakes in is his claims and his ability to catch the ball. That's a big one. But anyway, easily intercepted by Cucurella's on point and he comes back. Nice play by Enzo, and Cucu just clears that into Nico's path, but Akanji deals with that situation well. Okay, let's see if we're gonna like fully do this like man marking pressing in this game. Could it be like a combination of the two? We'll find out. But we're reverting back to our shape. Okay, so it is kind of like a 4-5-1, 4-4-2. So Enzo's been tasked to press up front alongside Nico Jackson when the opportunities come. So that's interesting. Big season for Fernandes, because with Ben set to go, he could be the vice captain this season, which is massive. Oh, crap. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit apprehensive. Doku on the right, Savio on the left, Haaland up front. They're gonna be spamming crosses like crazy today. Oh, he tried it. He tried that crossing. I could see what he tried to do. Just bend it round for Fana. Come on. Come on, Cristo. Wins that ball back. Great pass to Lavia, Who does he find? Squares it to Caicedo. Palmer's dropped deeper. Back to Moises. Levi. Okay, good play. Good play. To Nico. Plays it wide to Gusto. Gusto! Oh, overhits it. Is that a corner? Okay, corner. Corner. You guys in the chat right now, now that we're seeing this home kit a bit more, what's your honest thoughts and opinions on the kit? Is it growing on you? Is it getting a bit better? Or do you still absolutely despise it? Like, how are you guys feeling? Anyway, right now, oh, it was on the corner. Goal kick. And we're pressing kind of high. So Enzo's on cover to stop that pass being played towards him. We're trying to funnel Man City out wide. Lavia's pushed all the way up now against Rico Lewis. And we forced them to try and play a long ball. So that was good pressing then. We kind of trapped Man City in that area. We wanted them to get pinned down in. And the group, the team, they pressed as a unit to close down those passing options. So, you know, I'm seeing a lot of like interesting tactical battles going on. Could this season, like Maresca versus Pep, Master versus Apprentice, is that going to be like one of the big managerial battles of this season? Let's see. City going to play long. Edison, well intercepted. Kukurea played. Back to Enzo. Nice. So that's good. We're kind of stopping Man City from playing out from the back. We're making it, we're really disrupting that part of their game so far. Showing confidence on the ball, which is what you want to see. I mean, how are you guys finding like this first 5 minutes so far? I feel like I need to just like realign my camera a little bit. Okay. To Matteo. Enzo's on him, but nice little play by Kovacic to play through that. Anticipated he'd be pressed from behind. Our shape's really compact and central. Man City won't be allowed to easily play through us in the middle. We're trying to force him out wide. But again, Caicedo, he does that sometimes. Like, he stepped up for no reason. He stepped up for no reason. Like, Caicedo is a good player, but there's still, like, these raw aspects to his game. There's little details like this. Like, he went to close down Gavadio when he didn't have to do that then. He was not in the position to close him down. And that created that gap in behind him for City to play through us. Like, Moises can just be a bit too... he can be a bit too aggressive. Like, he just wants the ball back every single time sometimes. Like, you know, Kante wouldn't be like that. Enzo, get into beef with Haaland, yeah? Enzo. I'm sorry, Enzo Fernandez he's a real winner. Like, he's like a real warrior. He's a winner. He doesn't care that Haaland like towers over him by like 5-6 inches. Oh, what a ball in behind from Enzo! Come on! Oh, that was good defending then. What a pass from Enzo Fernandez. I'm hoping this season Enzo's gonna get fully unlocked under Maresca. Because obviously he's gonna be very key to his plans this season. Stupid pass to find Gusto then. Cole Palmer, ball in the books. Oh, okay. Yeah, that pass was mad. That pass was nuts. That's what Enzo can do. You know, last season he was getting some unfair criticism. I think people forgot the context that this guy was playing through injuries. He wasn't able to show his best football. You know, have a bit of patience. This guy is not a dud. He's not a flop. You can see that when he plays for Argentina. Yeah, I'm expecting big things from Enzo, and he's a player that will keep getting better and better. Okay, but today he's gonna have like some really big responsibilities pressing wise. Really big responsibilities. Normally Gallagher was doing that for Pochettino last season. Ah, crap. That little decoy run by Rico Lewis isolates Doku 1v1. City might feel, listen, if Nkunku has to double up with Cucurella, we feel confident that Doku is going to win this right flank. Come on, Cucu, stick with him. That's it. That's it. That's the Euro 24 Cucurella I want to see this season. Superb pass. Oh, Palmer tried it. He tried it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. He tried to flick the ball over Savinho then with the back of his head. Oh, shit. Come on, Cucurella. Don't dive in. Hold him off. Hold him off. I'm feeling like that threat, though. Like when Man City are able to find their wingers isolated. Especially like Rico Lewis making the underlapping run. He's taking away a marker and he's freeing Doku up against Cucurella. So Cucurella might not get as much protection in this game as ideally he'd like to have, but I'm hoping we're seeing like a reformed, a rejuvenated, like Cucurella 2.0 this season, because he was unreal at the Euros, and I feel like when you have a tournament like that, I think that kind of signifies, yeah, I'm a new man. I'm back to myself now. Enzo looking to close down. Yes, Cucurella. Yes, Cucu. Okay, come on, boys. Oh, look at that switch ball. Caicedo. Oh, yeah. Pass isn't there. Cucu's inverted. Plays it wide to Enzo. But no one's wide left. That's the thing. I feel like Nkunku, will he like hold the flank? Or is he going to try and like move in a bit more in field? Oh, played. The Nico Palmer link up. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, shit. Tackle from Kova. De Bruyne left foot. Ah. That's yours, Cucu. That's yours. That's yours. That's yours. Good defending. Was able to force Man City back, and now we can like regroup into our shape. But that's the ball right here. You see, Nkunku. That's the only issue with Nkunku playing on the left, because City are able to play lots of quick passes to find Doku a bit too easily at times. You know, I feel like, does Nkunku know where he has to be off the ball? He's not really getting tight to any man. He's never wide enough to double up. It's a bit too easy at times. Like, are you guys like noticing that too? Touches so far. Mark with 15, Enzo with 12. Rico Lewis is up there. I'm not surprised. Oh, played Gusto. Oh, he had to play the ball into Enzo Gusto. That was too ambitious, man. Come on. He was free. Okay, back to Enzo. Enzo just orchestrating everything. What a pass to find Nico. Please. Please. Ah. Okay. You know what? I've always, like, with Enzo Fernandez, I've always seen a little bit of, like, Modric in this game, right? In the sense that with a player like Modric, you want him involved in every single phase of the game because he has quality in every single moment, right? I just feel like Enzo is looking very creative in this game so far. He's finding some great positions behind Man City's midfield lines, and he's receiving with one touch and then playing some beautiful passes to kickstart moves. I'm really liking how Enzo's performing so far. I know he came under criticism for not being able to play more advanced, but maybe you can see why Poch tried him there. But unfortunately, because he wasn't fully fit, he wasn't able to do justice to that role. Now that he's had his surgery, now that he's fit, I think there's fresh eyes now on Enzo Fernandez, and we can see him in a new light. But I'm really liking what he's doing so far at the moment. Anyway, Nkunku, bro, I needed to wake up. I'm looking at Rico Lewis's positioning. He's been making a lot of very, like, smart runs and decoy runs just to, like... Okay, we're seeing Doku and Savio swap flanks and easily claimed and dealt with by Robert Sanchez. Now, I'll be honest, I think Sanchez's claiming he's up there with the best in the league. I mean, that's one of his... I think that's the best part in his game, to be honest. Like, the ball's literally glued to his hands, and it reminds me of Thibaut Courtois, because he would also kind of be like that when he used to play for us. Oh, ref. Okay, Sanchez is now pushing up to form a makeshift back line, and that allows the team to spread and to move up the field. Now, I think to myself, if that was like a Simhen, if we can get this move over the line, he could have... Oh, Kukurea. Kuku's playing sick in this game. Naturally, Nico's looking a bit rusty. Obviously, he's going to look rusty. But he's barely played in preseason. He's only coming back. I think to myself, should we have maybe started Gu with Nico ending the game? Because Gu's played every single game this preseason. And I don't know. It's food for thought. I'm not like very critical about the move. I understand why Maresca is going to start Nico. So yeah, but we'll see what happens. Maybe Nico needs a bit more time to get in the game. He's showing some intent with his runs and behinds, but not as much success rate with the end products right now. Okay, see Doku's dropped in. Caicedo, yes, good to... What? Ref, that's not a foul. That's a bit mad, ref. De Bruyne. Doku's made a run. Wide left. Okay. I think the start to the game's been... It's been nice. It's been a good tactical battle. I think both teams are showing where their threat is going to come from in terms of opening each other up. And it might be one of those tight games where, you know, whoever makes the first mistake, that's obviously going to cost you. In my prediction for the preview, I went for a 2-2 draw. I feel like maybe second half, the game will open up even more once subs start to come on. But again, I'm just looking at these areas here. City are able to find their wingers wide 1v1 a bit too easily. Oh, no! Oh, my lord. See, so we've been punished now. We've been punished now. I've been saying, like, too easy. It's too easy. Like, once the wingers found wide, and like 1-2 passes, they're able to play through us. Erling Haaland. That's the only weakness I'm seeing so far, is that the defending out wides. You know, it's too easy for City's wingers to pick up the ball wides. Look, Palmer and Nkunku, they're not doing that good of a job defending off the ball. Like, he's just like caught out in a position where he's not in a unit with his teammates. And all these details matter because you're going to get played through against Man City. Caicedo putting no pressure on Doku. No pressure whatsoever. A bit of fortune, it just skips past. Kuku wasn't strong enough then to stop that. Could Sanchez have done more? Listen, I think goals like this, it's a failure from the whole team. But I just feel like our defending out wide, there isn't enough aggression. There isn't enough pressure. Hopefully this is offsides. But it's probably not going to be offside though, is it really? I don't know if I don't think it's anything to do with Colwell and Fofana not being the best player. Let's not start this stuff this season. It's got nothing to do with that. You know? Let's not act like Tosin and Badiashile will be 10 times better. This was a mistake that came from the team above, the midfields and the attack, not been good enough pressing off the ball. So a bit of fortune for the ball to find Haaland then. But nah, it's got nothing to do with Cole and Fofana not being good enough. Is that offsides? Offsides? '91st goal. Flipping hell. I don't know, man. Are you guys noticing what I'm seeing in terms of just like the lack of aggression defending wides? I'm not seeing it. Palmer and Nkunku aren't doing enough right now. They're getting caught out, and City are easily able to play through them because of one underlapping run, and then their wingers freed wides. Jackson could have passed to Nkunku earlier. Yep, that could have helped us. Enzo. Come on, Enzo, man. Come on, Enzo. You're better than that, man. You're better than that then. Come on, Nico. Come on. Lavia didn't win that ball then. Too easy. Force them back. Cover too easy. Look, find Rico Lewis in that, just in that janitor space right there. And now he's making the underlapping run. Savio's cutting insides. Finds De Bruyne. Oh my lords. Obviously, what can I say? Man City are the best team in the league. Let's keep things absolutely real here. Let's make that abundantly clear. But I just think, I don't know, I keep repeating myself, but it just feels like the pressure out wide is too weak. It's too weak. Look how Kovacic and Rico Lewis were able to just play through our press then way too easily. And Rico Lewis is having a very good game against us so far. He's really picking up intelligent positions. They're all like receiving balls in like the half space out wides. And we have no one there to really just like deal with that threat. We have no man there to be aggressive to close them down. You're looking at the gaps right now. Nkunku. Just look at Rico Lewis. Like, you guys, just look at his positioning. Look at the areas he's looking to receive. Just really pay attention to what I'm trying to talk about right now. New flat. Yeah, man. I don't know if it's probably the first time you've watched my video in a long time. But for the past, like, few weeks now, I've moved apartment. Caicedo. We miss Connor. I think, listen, people would undermine the necessity to have a player who is really, really strong at pressing. I mean, without Connor being that figure for us last season, a lot of things tactically would have fallen away from us last season. And he's one of the best in the league when it comes to that. One of the fittest players. They're the type of supportive guys that help the other players around you. You think to yourself, let's say if Gallagher was in the team, maybe it's Enzo and Lavia deeper, and Gallagher's where Enzo is in terms of the press right now. You would know for sure that Kov's life would be made a lot harder. So, I don't know. We have to see now. I mean, obviously, this is the big midfield that we've invested a ton of money into. Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez. So, it needs to work, and they have to get better. So, I need to see more. I feel like Caicedo's been on the periphery so far. I've not seen too much from him in the first 25 minutes. I think Enzo's been good. I don't think it's time to panic just yet, but I've not seen too much effectiveness yet from Nkunku and Palmer. They've kind of been on the periphery a little bit. And you think to yourself, in a system like this, would they not be better if they were like more natural wingers looking to receive wide? Is that why Guardiola, for example, has like introduced more direct wing threat and like Doku and Savio to his team? You know, Grealish, etc., etc. Because this is what he needs now. Unlucky Moises. Played Gusto. That's yours. That's nonsense, ref. The moment like we concede, SS, you're kind of getting on my nerves with all the dumb comments now. If you just want to be cynical and only just see negatives, then this stream ain't for you, man. Honestly. You might as well go somewhere else. Nkunku? Nah. Is that his? No, of course. Of course. Of course. Of course he was going to blow the whistle then. The moment the arm came out, that was it then. Sterling released a statement. Again, I'm behind. I've had so much technical work to do. I'm going to have to obviously catch up with what's going on, but we can discuss that during half time. But the fact that he's not starting today probably says quite a lot, right? Maresca leaving him out, I mean, it must be for a reason. I think the club now are trying to force out Raheem Sterling. He's on massive wages. He's been okay. He's not been like shit or awful, but he's not justified the money he's on, which I can understand, right? And Nkunku, again, he's too wide. I saw a lot of predicted lineups with Nkunku receiving wide left, but I thought to myself, you don't want Nkunku there. He's got to be more central. He has to be closer, you know? He's not a winger that's going to be able to do what Doku and Savio is doing in this game. In the meantime, he's not added too much, and I've not seen much goal threat or anything from him at the meantime. So we have to see. It's like Enzo's looks like he's a lot closer. I wish Nkunku was where Enzo was right now, playing close to Nico. Look where Enzo is right now. Obviously, I'm sure Maresca will still look to like fine-tune and balance the team for sure. Maybe this is why Felix will be signed to be in this area. But anyway, poor pass from Palmer, but intercepted very well by Cucurella, who finds Nkunku wide left. Who are his options? Square ball back to Lavia. Lavia plays it to Palmer. The first touch wasn't perfect. Oh, it wasn't perfect. Unlucky. And well intercepted. Enzo has that again. Come on, Lavia. Keep that ball. Keep that ball, boys. Flipping hell, man. Back to Lavia. Enzo, great position. Releases Nkunku. Please cut inside and shoot, bro. Back to Gusto. Caicedo wides. Palmer. That's it. Some link up. Back to Cuckoo. Okay, a lot of sideways passing, but again, I feel like there's threat slowly coming. Palmer. Now, this is where I'm scared of Man City. In the transition, on the counter-attack. De Bruyne plays it back to Doku. Come on, Caicedo. Like, close the space down a bit more, man. Gusto. I feel like Gusto will feel pretty confident against Doku. He was really good against him last season. That's yours, Cuckoo. Quick feet. Oh, okay. Good defensive clearance by Koval. Back to Christo. Palmer is not going to save us. Enzo Caicedo mids. Yep, There's some things that we saw last season, and when people mentioned that Gallagher was key to being the glue to allow them both to play, people are getting dismissed for that notion, as if like he wasn't really needed that much. But we're gonna get the final answers to whether Enzo and Caicedo do work this season, 100%. Nico holds the ball up nicely. I just feel like so far, offensively, there's not as much threat. I feel like because we don't have a winger taking his man on, it means that we're recycling the ball a lot in Man City's half and not creating too many opportunities right now. I wonder if Maresca makes a change. Obviously, first game of the season, we'll get an idea of his like game management, the changes he makes. But I would prefer if like a Cole or Christo was a bit closer to Nkunku. And I think Neto has to come on second half for sure. I think if Neto comes on, we'll see a big difference in terms of what we're doing offensively. Those times when Nkunku's wide left, if Neto's there, he's taking his man on, he's most likely beating him, and he's putting that cross inside the box. He's putting a cross in the box for guys like Palmer and Nkunku and Nico Jackson to get onto. That's what we need to see more of. We're keeping the ball against them where we got more possession, calm. But Man City didn't care about possession today, in my opinion. They got a game plan to beat us, to play through us, and to take advantage of the fact that as a tactical unit, we aren't fully perfect right now. We're still a process that's looking to get built. And they'll understand how to play through our weaknesses. Okay, Palmer, Enzo. Again, Nkunku wide left. It's not really giving much, to be honest with you. Okay, Levi. Back to Cuckoo. Cuckoo plays it forward to find Christo, plays it backwards. Jackson off, Neto on, Nkunku up front. Yep. Reminds me of the Potter era. And a lot of that came from our great turn by Lavia to play us forward then. Superb play from Romeo Lavia. Releases Malo Gusto. Fine, Enzo! Come on! Enzo. Come on, Enzo, man. You know what? Maybe Gusto could have played that pass a little bit earlier. But this is the difference, right? This is how Enzo's a sick player, but he still has like a lot more work to do. Because if that was like a Lampard or like a goal scoring mid like that, they're already setting their body up to take a shot first time. I don't know why Enzo thought he'd have time to control the ball and then take a shot. You've killed the move then. You created that space for yourself. You should have been setting your body up to take a shot first time. I think that was the action right there. But, I mean, it looked like he was pushed from behind. But I have to see the replay again. But it didn't seem like it was that, unless the replays show otherwise, it seemed kind of soft, to be honest with you. And I feel like that's a part of Enzo's game he has to work on. Now that he might have more offensive responsibilities. That's what I mean. Nico's looking a bit rusty so far up front. I feel like Nico and Palmer are looking a little bit rusty in this first half. And Nkunku is pointing, like, where's my man who's taking him on? Okay, good play, Cucurella. He's been coming clutch. He's been coming so clutch on that left side. Come on, good cross in the box. Played. Moises. Oh. Yes, Moises. Nah, it doesn't win the tackle. But Lavia does. Play Lavia. That's it, boys. Keep the pressure up. Yeah, Lavia's looking alright. Yeah. It's trying to feel audacious little things in this game. Nothing's like coming off so far for Palmer. But again, he's rusty. A little bit rusty. I think he needs like 1 or 2 games this season. No, Cuckoo, man. Please. That's the stuff I thought you eradicated from your game now. Offside, no? Onsides? Nico, my God, Nico. Nico, do something right now. Take the shot off. Take it off! Come on! Oh, what the fuck is going on? Please. Oh, fuck's sake, man. Offsides. Fuck. That's what I mean. Like, the guy's hella rusty right now. He's rusty. He's barely played like pre-season. You know what I mean? Like, really slow off the mark, slow with his decision making, slow taking his shot off. Yeah, they took their time at Stockley Park to give that decision, but still. We need Osimhen, no jokes. Again, that's what we'll see. We'll see. You know, maybe if Osimhen comes, could you see Nico getting game time on the left flank at times? Maybe. Okay, Gavadio, we're closing the pass off, but Man City, man. Rico Lewis found free again. Look, oceans of space out wides. Kukurea can't always like step up to close a man down. He can't always do that. Oh, fuck. Come on, Kuku. Get your composure back, man. Slow it down. Slow it down. Think. That's what I mean. I just know Savio and Doku will be the most annoying wingers in the league. They're like the same type of profile. Good play. That's it. Lavia played bit stronger. Anyway, free kick. Enzo's a waste. Yep, he's not rusty. He's devolved. I mean, come on, man. Ah, my lords. Oh, great save by Robert Sanchez. Fuck. Superb save by Robert Sanchez then. Gusto gave the ball away too deeply there. Holds it off. And a superb save by Robert Sanchez right there. Deflection too off Fofana. Good defending, good goalkeeping. Crazy. But you guys, can someone link me the Raheem Sterling statement? Was it Maresca's statement on Sterling, or has Sterling come out to say something? Because yeah, I need to understand what's going on right now. I don't like when I'm not in the loop, and I've been so busy today getting this stuff set up. Oh, no. Nah. Come on, Cole. Just play the ball back. Come on, Cole, man. Come on, Cole. You're better than that. Why force the move, bro? Why force the move? Play it back to the keeper. Let's start a new phase. Now, look at the pressure we've invited on ourselves for no reason. Obviously, this is the type of shit that Maresca's mentioned in pre-season and what Pochettino complained about. When things are going against us, they really go against us because people stop using their brains. They start forcing play, they start forcing moments, and they stop playing as a unit. That's it. And Kunku, hold the ball up. That's it. Good play. Good composure. Good pass, Caicedo to switch play then. That's a lot better now. That's how you move the ball. That's it. Cole Palmer, free on the right sides. Oh, no. Oh. That's better. That's better now. That's a bit better now. Good pass by Palmer. Superb pass. It's like Enzo's never really properly set up to really like take advantage of the space he finds in the box. Last season, let's not forget all the moments he missed. He was in the right areas, but he was hitting it. You know, shot selection was awful. Short skating blocks, missing the target. Like, if this is how Maresca is hoping to use him this season, it's a big responsibility now on Enzo Fernandez to step up offensively. But anyway, shit, Haaland's free. Please! That's it. Oh, shit. That's it, stick with him. Oh, my lord, man. I mean, if I'm being honest with myself, was I just naive to think that I'd be expecting something a lot better? Flipping. I feel like Man City have us where they want us right now. I think they have us exactly where they want us. Ken, Enzo is a waste. Petra and Enzo, yeah, I don't think Enzo is fully fit or sharp either. Probs less than Caicedo. Don't forget, blah, blah, blah. Does anyone think that a Gallagher would be helpful for us in this game if he was playing in that role? Does anyone think that? Bro, Enzo can't carry the ball in the Premier League. Yeah. Caicedo with the smackdown. Billion spent and still mids, which is a very fair argument. You know, you think to yourself, new ownership comes in, debt free, no debts, no qualms, over a billion to invest, and this is the best we've shown with $1 billion plus investment pumped into the football club. You'd think if this was any other season, like let's say after we won the Champions League, imagine if we had the fortune of having $1 billion, but in the clear, no debts. You think to yourself, we're probably not signing 10 players for that team. We're probably signing like a handful of unreal, stupid quality players that upgrade the team. Hopefully, this is another process, more time needed for a new system. They've already set our expectations already. You know what I mean? If they're going down this Man City football model and direction right now, and I guess yet again for another season, we're going to have to wait to see what happens, wait for results, wait for something to happen. After spending $1 billion and being in your third year, you'd be thinking to yourself, this is the year we're going for the title right now. Not this is the year we're going for the Champions League. So listen, it's a fair comment to make. It's a fair comment to make. Anyway, 41 minutes, 52 seconds. Ah, my lord, man. Okay, you guys, make sure you have your questions ready for halftime. I'm going to go through them all. Get your thoughts on the game, how you're feeling. And if someone can also link me these, is it Raheem Sterling's statement? Like, I'm really curious to read through that halftime. Anyway, Moises pushing up on Doku. I'm trying to look at how we're pressing, the type of responsibilities that's been passed down. And Kunku's kind of out wide again. He's looking to press the ball down, and now when he does that, he's moved infield, and then Rico Lewis is completely free. His arms up, he wants the ball to come his way, and Kunku's kind of in a no man's land right now because City have the possibility to eventually find their man free out wide. Moving it left to right, left to right. And Kunku back to cover. He's carrying it forward. Now look, Rico now is free out wide. Lavia's moved laterally now to close him down. Good play, Lavia. Good play, Lavia. Good play, Lavia. Good defending. I think Lavia's looked all right. Colwell's staying on Haaland then. Enzo, okay, we win the ball back. Come on, this is it. And Kunku, more central. Take the shot. Okay, Cole Palmer. Palmer? Come on! Of course. Why did I even celebrate? Why did I celebrate like a dickhead? Like an idiot? Obviously he's offside. Duh. Oh, my lords. Of course, Nico is rusty today, man. Nico is rusty. Completely rusty. Like, for awareness though, like realistically, like these guys don't start showing what they've learned for like another like 2-3 seasons. Like we can't be stupid and think, oh, after last season now Nico will get 20-25 goals. He might get the same amount of goals that he got last season, this season. It'll be a different test for him. Teams will be like better prepared for him. But you won't see his development until he's like really like 24, 25. So, listen, I'm going to have some grace because he's been injured throughout preseason. Let's not forget that. And we know how rusty players are when they're only starting to come back. So, he hasn't played a full 90 minutes of football. It's a big call for him to start this game against Man City. Listen, he'll come good eventually. Like, he'll get his match sharpness back. That's the word I'm looking for. He isn't match sharp right now. I think that's why he's looking really rusty. Anyway, yours, Cuckoo. That's yours. Good defending. Oh, Lavia gets that ball somehow. Plays it into the feet. Oh, that was a good idea from Caicedo then. Can we somehow bag a goal before the start of the second half? Before half time, I mean. Why did I say that? Nkunku. That's what I mean. If we got Neto on the left where Nkunku is, he's taking that ball to the byline. Like, he's driving forward and he's stretching Man City. Like, we're not stretching them enough at times unless it's like more like transitional moments. Cole Palmer drifting in field. Plays it back to Levi. Trying to force City to come to us. Back to Christo. Again, a lot of backwards passing from Christo. But you can see, I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but you can see why having more of a winger threat in this position could make something happen. But that was a nice, that was sexy football. Oh, ref, come on, ref. Take this guy down right now. Good, take him down right now. But that was nice little play then by Nico and Christo. Very nice play. Was that not a foul on Christo from Kovacic then? Is that not the identical, like, Nico gets the foul called against him, but did Kovacic not do the exact same thing then? Mads. Okay, Anthony Taylor, yeah. Luke Drain, how does Chelsea spend all this money and have Jackson up front? I mean, bro, we really when we hate people, we really know how to hate, right? Is it an excuse I'm making that we think, like, the match sharpness, match fitness, not really playing during pre-season, is that not naturally going to affect his game today? Like, I'll be surprised if he finishes the game. He won't finish the game. I think Gu will come on. Come on. Let's keep the score at 1-0 and let's take something into the second half because we have weapons off the bench. Neto will be hungry to announce himself in this game. Mudryk, fingers crossed what you get from this guy. But we have options we can turn to. That's it. Palmer. Oh, great pass to Enzo doesn't take out his feet good enough. Enzo, man. Like, if this was receiving from the keeper or from his defender, that the touch would be perfect. But whenever it's close to goal, I see that Enzo is maybe more prone to like not get the touch perfect then. You know, Palmer on a few occasions, like he has been playmaking like quite decent. Like the switch balls over the top to find the left winger, or the low-driven passes, cutback passes, to find teammates. And now Enzo's got a bit of a knock now. We'll see how he is, but you think in that same position, Keenan Dewsbury Hall, you know, he's kind of made for that role, right? In terms of the energy to press off the ball, goal threat, can drift wide. Let's see what happens. Todd Bowley. Have you guys noticed that Todd Bowley's lost a lot of weight since he's taken over the football club? Like he's lost a lot of weight, this guy. I bet he's like using the facilities at Corbin or something that he must. Okay, Kellyman, Kasade, Reece James. The whole team's on the bench right now. Again, Madueke. I'm looking second half Madueke and Neto. They're the two men that are coming on instantly second half. Do I need both Palmer and Christo to play together in the end? I mean, who knows? If you want to make a brave call and take off Enzo and you want to move Palmer there, let's go for it. You know what I mean? Like, if we're not going to get the win today against City, I want to go out with my head held high. That we tried it, we tried for it. We went for it. We were positive. We made things happen. Because at least you can take the positivity from this game into your future games, right? Anyway, well marshaled by Gusto. Played Malo. Oh, good pass. Nico holds the ball very well. Play, Nico. Oh, very good play, Nico. Christo, please, Christo. You got this, bro. Shit. Oh, Christo. Oh, Christo. Penalty. Penalty. Oh, fucking hell. That was mad play by Nkunku, by Nico Jackson then. And to play the pass to release Nkunku. Don't be sleeping on Nico just because of some match rustiness, yeah? I mean, this guy's he's a good football player. He's a good striker. Anyway, I think it's a smart thing to just keep the ball, slow the pace down. And now we have at least something to like fight for in the second half. I think when City are up against Madueke and Neto, that's going to create a lot of issues and problems for them, you know? Like, one bit of mistake defending put Man City in front, but it hasn't been City total dominance. I think the game's been a bit more even, but regardless, my friends, I think now is the time to discuss our thoughts, our opinions, dissect what the hell went down in this first half. Let me try and just switch things up a little bit. Okay, so my friends, let's get into things now. Hit me with your questions. And as you guys are saying, okay, still not clicking, but not bad. I think that's a fair statement, Matthew. You know, of course, naturally things won't be perfect. They're not going to be seamless, right? But there's something at least, you know, at least we're showing a level of competition. Freddie, Enzo is not a 10. That will be like one of the defining answers questions we'll get answers to this season. Enzo Fernandez's position, because he can, I feel like there is potential there for him, even though he's not perfect, but there is something there. Like, he does find good positions, and that's what I look towards, right? My thing is, if you're a player and you're never in the right area or the right position, that tells me you're not suited for this, because you don't know what the hell you have to do or where you have to be on or off the ball. But at least Enzo has shown that he knows where he has to be, maybe with more game time, maybe with more minutes in this position. He will acclimatize more, you know what I mean? We'll have to cross our fingers and wait and see, right? But on a few occasions, he did some decent things. Some of the passes when he was deeper in that second phase, releasing man in behinds. But at the same time, equally, like when he's receiving around the box, it's not as good. He's making mistakes. The touch isn't perfect. He's not getting his shot selection out quickly enough. And that is the area he has to improve in a lot, especially if he is going to be this offensive mid now under Maresca. But let's see what happens. Anyway, Alex, you're the absolute guy for showing Raheem Sterling's statement. Thank you so much, you absolute don. Yeah, what a guy, what a mod. Well, to go on, my friends, let's answer some questions. Moritz, why is Nico again offside? Because that's Nico Jackson. What can you do? And it doesn't help that he's still rusty as hell and had no preseason really. Wicked, decent play to be honest. So listen, obviously some negatives, but also at least there's some things to take from the first half. And the game's not over yet. We have weapons on the bench we can turn to, and I think they might have a positive influence in terms of what we do in our second half. So let's wait and see, right? I thought, like in particular, I thought Nkunku was really on the periphery at times, but as the game ended for the final like 10 minutes, Nkunku was a lot more involved in terms of the runs he was making in behind on the left, right? How he was combining with his teammates. He was finding himself in the box a lot more. And once we were able to make more sense of Palmer and Nkunku for those final like 10-15 minutes, I did see some improvements in terms of what we were doing with the ball. So that's the key thing here. But equally for myself, having those two wide means that we are a bit lacking defensively off the ball. And I did feel like we got punished for the first goal because City were constantly finding their wide guys 3-1v1 all the time. And we paid the price for it eventually. Anyway, moving on to Dylan. Boys are looking good. Okay, so Dylan's seen the positivity in the first half. Pietro, the club is certainly not a joke. For sure. I don't know the context of that is, bro. Dugs. Yes, Dugs. Palmer and Nkunku need to be in that Enzo position. And we need natural, pacey, flary wingers on the flanks, stretching the field. I agree. And this is why Madueke, Neto, that double sub is going to hit like crack in the second half, yeah? Anyway, moving on. Oracle. I need Neto and Gu. I think he deserves to have some minutes in this game for sure. It was really promising in pre-season. Anthony Taylor will always favour Chelsea's opposition when the call is 50-50. He hates us. You know what? I think with the history of his decision making against us, listen, he'll deny it, but we know that it's nonsense. Christo and Nkunku, Palmer full 90. Okay. Like, if you guys want your question, like, prioritise, obviously send a super chat in. I can spend more time with your question. Help support the channel. 7 Moons, bring in Madueke and Sterling. Sterling is not on the bench, man. Now, there is a statement from Raheem Sterling. Should I read it out, or should I just, like, focus on the questions right now? Because I'm kind of curious to, like, unpack what's been going on. Sterling clearly isn't happy. This football club, man, honestly, like, always drama, always drama. Let me see if I can add this to the chat. But in the meantime, a few more questions. Tatako, Neto must come on. I agree. Sharif, first half takeaways. Enzo's too high for the ball to transition quickly. He's the out ball, but his back to play. But he has his back to play on attacks. I agree. When he's been the guy to facilitate the moves, he has made some things happen for us. But I do feel like Enzo can improve playing further forward. He definitely has that potential. So it's a weird one. I feel like I'll know when to give up at some point, maybe halfway during the season, where if I'm still seeing no signs of improvement, then it will make sense. But in the meantime, there must be a reason why Pochettino and now Maresca are now using him this way. They wouldn't be doing that for no reason, right? Like, it's the second manager in a row now who's using Enzo in this type of advanced position. So maybe there's things in training that he's showing that he's not translating perfectly right now in the first team. So I don't know. With the club saying we need to be patient and this football's going to need time, I feel like I'm going to have to be a little bit patient in terms of how I really judge players in the system, because the system's not even patterned right now. So we're going to have to wait and see. Anyway, Ben, Gallagher would have done a lot better in Enzo's position, without a doubt. That's why he played there last season and was very successful for us. And it baffles me why some people, maybe I'm on Twitter too much reading dumb opinions, but yeah, I don't know how anyone can have any criticism towards Gallagher after the season he had last season. And it is kind of mad that we're not even utilising his skill set in this squad right now, because I think Maresca would have been using him if he was allowed to be honest with you. Vice, yo Nini, Enzo doesn't have the potential to play cam. That's the thing, he's not necessarily playing like a proper cam role. I feel like it's not like football from 10-15 years ago where positions were so set right. He's got the license to advance up, but I do feel like it's more of a offensive 8 position. So it's not really, just because he's pressing alongside Nico Jackson doesn't mean he's playing as a 10. I feel like let's not make this mistake we did with Gallagher last season, because if he was playing as a 10, it'd be completely different, I promise you. Anyway, Enzo's being shoehorned into our detriment. Okay. Journal 2-1 Chelsea. Yep, that's good positivity. But Enzo Fernandez, it's a weird one. I feel like if you have an Enzo, you think to yourself, okay, do you need like more physicality and muscle alongside him? Because at Benfica, you have Florentino Luis, who was the ball-winning midfield player. who would sweep up the moves, sweep up the danger, break up plays and attacks, and that allowed Enzo to shine. That allowed Enzo to move up the field, to play in different phases. But with us right now, I feel like we need balance, right? If you got Lavia, I guess if you got Caicedo, who's a willing tackler, but I wouldn't even say he's like world-class pressing or off the ball. I feel like he does make some mistakes in terms of his decision-making when he presses. And I think that's why, going back to Gallagher, this is why Gallagher was key last season, because he was the best one defensively. But I'm hearing what everyone's saying about Enzo, and I think what everyone's saying on Enzo is very, very valid. I'm just saying for myself, I'm going to just allow for a few more games to see if there's some slight improvement, because we can't forget we're playing against Man City. We're not playing against Nottingham Forest, opening game of the season. This is like one of the hardest tests right off the bat, right? So, you know, I can't be expecting like God-tier performances when the team's not settled yet. The manager needs more time. And when you're playing against Man City, the league champions from last season, the league champions for the past 4 seasons. So that's what I'm saying. But I definitely get what you guys are saying about Enzo. MT, let's not make excuses for these guys. They are too comfortable. They are reluctant to make big decisions, okay? Demongs, Enzo plays 6 better than 10, but he really is an 8. Okay. Zach, these comments make me realize how little people know about this game. Kazan, how could Liverpool ban a ref? Yep. Yeah, you guys, give some thoughts and opinions on the game. Otherwise, I can unpack what Raheem Sterling had to say in his statement. That could be quite interesting. I'm going to put it on screen for you guys right now so we can really make sense of what's going on. Because, yeah, I wasn't expecting anything like this to be coming out right now before the game. I actually thought Sterling would be playing. He was in my predicted 11 for the game. So it's a bit of a sticky one still. Bit of a sticky one, mate. Bit of a bloody sticky one, mate. Okay, what the hell is going on here? So on screen, Raheem Sterling's statement. As it says, Raheem Sterling is contracted to Chelsea Football Club for the next 3 years. He returned to England 2 weeks early to conduct individual training and has had a positive pre-season under the new coach, who has developed a good working relationship with. He is committed as ever to delivering at the highest level for Chelsea FC and the fans, who he holds in high regards, and given his inclusion in official club pre-match material this week, our expectations was that Sterling would be involved in this weekend's fixture in some capacity. As a camp, we have always had positive dialogue with and assurances from Chelsea FC in relation to Raheem's future at the club, so we look forward to gaining clarity on the situation. Until then, we continue to support Raheem's desire to start the new season positively. Now, straight off the top of my potato head dome, I think to myself, is this more sporting director meddling, where it's like, listen, we want to get rid of this guy because Joao Felix is coming in. We're going to start playing nasty now to try and find a way to push him out. And Maresca, who was already hired as the head coach, not the manager, I mean, what can he do? What can he say? Oh, okay, cool. I mean, it's nothing for me to deal with. There's nothing I can do. I've got no power in this situation, right? But it's a little bit annoying that I feel like, I don't know, I'm all about balance, right? And I feel like there's got to be like a better balance between what the manager needs and the sporting directors, right? But it does feel like at the meantime, more power lies in the sporting directors having too much control in shaping the squad and the team, because there's certain players that we're looking to move on that I think Maresca would have happily worked with quite easily, with no qualms, no issues. Looking at Sterling, Gallagher and Trevor Chalobah, I think he would have happily worked with them. So the fact that Sterling's kind of being omitted all of a sudden, listen, the timing of it, listen, we're trying to get Joao Felix, we're close now. We know that an agreement has been made. So it means that Sterling now needs to find somewhere before the season ends, but it's difficult because he doesn't have to go. He's on big money. He doesn't want to go. He wants to remain here. He wants to play here. So we look to see what happens, but I think to have this before the game, to have this little drama and situation, it's a bit like, it's not professional. It's a bit comical. You know what I mean? The opening game of the season against Man City, and you're going to have this nonsense with Raheem Sterling, I think is a bit typical, to be honest, and a bit amateurish. at times. But that's only my thoughts, man. Science Burger, thank you, bro. First super chat ever. Appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you so much. A few more questions. Richards, we have no width on the left for sure. I think Neto left, Madueke right flank. Who else agrees? Richards, Caicedo could have done better with more aggressive pressing on that goal. Exactly, he was too casual. I also thought that as well. It's like he doesn't know when to press and when not to at times. I thought Gallagher was better in the aspects last season. I think that's why he had more responsibility to press further forwards. But that's stuff you can only improve upon with more experience. I think Caicedo is like, what, 22, 23? I think like defensive positions are a lot harder to master compared to offensive ones. I think that's why like when players peak in defensive positions, they peak when they have a lot more maturity to their game, right? So I don't know. I'm trying to be nice, but you know, I still expect to see a little bit more. But then equally, Caicedo hasn't had the best preseason prep to begin with, right? So it's a story of many players so far. Ollie, yes, Ollie. Sup, NiiNii, how we doing? Just hopped in the stream. Looks like we aren't doing too badly and plenty to be hopeful for second half. I fully agree. In terms of second half changes, Phil Foden has replaced Savinho. So that will at least be a bit more hopeful in terms of, not hopeful, but that, you know, there's less pace we're up against now down the flanks. But at the same time, Foden's shooting outside the box is absolutely world class. So we wait and see. But anyway, the second half is about to begin right now. Let's continue on, my friends. Okay, so no substitutions right now. It feels like Maresca will probably wait till like the 60th minute to start making subs. Hopefully it won't be too late by then. Fingers crossed. Personally, I would have liked to have seen a winger come on straight away. You know, I want to win the game. I want to get back in the game. We only have 45 minutes left. There's not that much time. Let's try and give something for Man City to think about. Let's make them react to us. But anyway, good pressure by Caicedo. Enzo, sloppy again. Because Cole Palmer was free down that right flank. And now Doku is up against Gusto. Lavia. That's it. Stick with him, Lavia. That's it, Romeo. Good play. Nice play by Lavia to force Doku to play that ball backwards. It's given time for the team to find their shape again off the ball. Foden on the right side. I feel like Cucurella will feel a lot more confident up against Foden now compared to Savinho. Near the end of that first half, Savinho was getting a few moves over Cucurella. So it's good that there's less direct pace now that he's up against. That can help. Kova, that's it. Oh, I thought the ball could be won then. But anyway, Kova's messed that pass up. Back to Sanchez. Idiots. 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 Like, Sanchez, like the thing with him, or with most of our players, like he does some decent things. But on the ball, decision making, composure. I knew he'd be stupid enough to try that past him. I knew he'd be dumb enough to try that past him. Oh, like you think to yourself, after signing so many goalkeepers, is this the best we could do? Like he's a good goalkeeper, but sometimes you need players that can take you to that next level. This is why Diogo Costa was my dream goalkeeper, because this is a guy that pushes the needle and makes you an overall stronger team. You know, having a keeper that's still a bit so-so on the ball, it's not ideal. Okay, Ruben Diaz is waiting to find an option to pass to. Silva's dropped deeper, goes back to Edison. So Nico is trying to stop the ball going into cover. Enzo is following Silva. Edison's now pushing up, plays it back. Back to cover. Oh, shit. That was good play by Matteo then. But nice tackle. Great tackle by Moises. Great tackle. Lavia. Nico drops deep. Plays it wide to find Palmer. Palmer. Oh, come on. Oh, bro. Like, I feel like that's like the third time Palmer's played a pass like that. I feel like Palmer is such an effective player, but he doesn't get enough credit for his playmaking. How he can like split teams open, how he can like create opportunities from nowhere. That was a superb pass into the feet then of both Nico and Nkunku. Maybe it was so good they got confused then. But I do have a super chat here from Jay Scott. Appreciate that, bro. Thanks a lot, man. Mate, that foul on Enzo in the box was a pen. Cuckoo is a monster. I see what we're doing, and I do like what I'm seeing. Jackson's offside killed me. Of course, little details like that of being against us in this game, but I need to see that Enzo pen incident again. I didn't see the replay. Maybe knowing it's Anthony Taylor, there's a high chance that it most likely was a pen compared to it not being a penalty. So we have to see, right? But yeah, we have shown some promise. I'm just really waiting for the wingers now to come on to see if they really like maximize what we're doing. Because I feel like if we had two direct threats down either flank, I think we could cause some real issues to Man City right now. But yeah, thank you, Jay Scott, for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. And thank you for your comment. I think that's a very fair comment, to be fair with you. As you guys can tell, I probably need like a bit more experience streaming. Like, I really rate streamers for being able to like follow so many things at once, formulate their opinions perfectly, and obviously like put on a decent live stream too. I hope this season I can get better. Anyway, City have not done too much so far. We've won a few tackles against them. It feels like our best threat still comes like transitionally though. Like when we win the ball back and then play forwards. That's it. Oh, Gusto. Unlucky. That's like the first time Doku's done that. Lavia. Ah, good pass from De Bruyne. Don't foul him. Oh, shit. Oh, good save. Yeah, I think, thank God Haaland's finishing boot spot on point then, because you think to yourself, that's Haaland's bread and butter, and that's 2-0, and that's the game over then. We need a bit more intensity off the ball out wides. Anytime a City winger cuts inside, there's always like a free Man City have in those central areas, and it's normally De Bruyne or Silva, and they're normally playing a pass that's like picking us apart right now. Kanji into the path of Matteo. The pace is like definitely slowed down a bit now. I do feel like Maresca, like, think about making a sub soon now. Don't wait for the 60th minute or the 70th minute when it's too late. Let's try and go for it now. Ah, come on. Close him down. That's it. Push up. Okay, good. Now that's better then. I want to see more of that. A bit more energy then. Anyway, Fofana, who's his option right now? It does feel like one of the reasons why maybe Maresca is pushing Enzo up compared to it being like maybe Caicedo playing like the offensive like 8 role. It's because I think he feels like he wants to have Caicedo and Lavia deeper to break up the play more, to offer more like defensive security in front of our back four. But anyway, great play by Nkunku onto the path of Cuckoo. Ah, good idea, Cuckoo. Good idea. Yeah. Oh. Wesley absolutely floored Haaland then. Nah, I like stuff like that. I can't lie. Yeah, even Haaland's laughing. But games like this are a bit weird though, right? Because as a fan, you want to see like peak competition. But it's like, it's already been communicated that we still aren't perfect. We know this. And it does kind of feel like we go into this game thinking that if we get a result against City, it's more of a bonus than it being like a, you know, where we're really ready now to show the Premier League what we're about. That's the only disappointing thing about how long this process is taking right now. Because I just feel like watching this as a fan, the intensity I would normally have doesn't quite feel the same, because it feels like, okay, this is a Chelsea team that aren't fully ready yet, that's up against the best team in the league that have been ready for the past 8 years. So hopefully there's enough quality to make something happen. A shame that Caicedo couldn't find Gusto then. But anyway, Fofana's pace. Oh, Fofana's pace. That was very nice to see then. But I don't know if you guys feel the same, or maybe I'm like overthinking. I don't know. But I feel like I want more life in this game now. I want to feel like we're really going for it. Like, I can predict what Maresca's going to be saying post-match about we did this right, we did this poor, the process, patience, time, City are ahead of us, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, when you're a fan and when you're watching it, it's just like you go into every game only thinking about there's a possibility here to get 3 points. And when you feel like you can't really fight for that at the purest level, you know, it does take a little something away from the game. Okay. I feel like this past 10 minutes since the second half's restarted, we haven't done too much. We haven't offered anything so far. I'm still waiting to really see something. Lavia. Good play, Lavia. Good play, Lavia. Really smart pass. Palmer. Oh, he can't play it through Man City then. Gusto on 2 occasions has been looking to get released down that right side, and we haven't found him twice now. On 2 occasions now. Come on, please, Maresca, man. Please, bring the wingers on, man. Please. I'm acting like the wingers are going to just, like, transform us and we're guaranteed to win the game. It's not even anything to do with that. It's just more the fact that I just feel like we'd have a bit more injection of, like, urgency out wides. You know, maybe a bit more urgency in attack. Like, who might get subbed off? Maybe Nico comes off and Nkunku moves up front. Then you have Neto on the left. Maybe Enzo comes off. Palmer moves in field. Madueke comes on. I mean, let's see. Ah, Silva. Good defending, Kovacic. I feel like we're allowing Man City on the ball a bit too much. I don't know if we're like a bit more tired now or lacking energy or something. But I just feel like... Thank you. Thank you. Pedro Neto is finally coming on. You guys in the chat, who do you think is coming off for Neto? Do you think he'll do something risky like take off Enzo and move maybe Nkunku central? I would like to see that. We saw Nkunku play the offensive 8 role in pre-season. Maybe I'm taking off Enzo. He's looking a bit tired, in my opinion. Who's coming off for him right now? I mean, fair enough. I mean, I'm a bit surprised that Nkunku's coming off, to be honest. Now that Neto's on the field, I'd rather Nkunku's in those areas that Enzo Fernandez has been in this game. So, unless maybe Maresca's thinking, you know what, I make the first sub. 5 minutes from now, I bring on Madueke and he'll come off for Enzo. Is that what he's thinking? Let me keep my midfield on the pitch first before I make the more offensive moves. I don't know, but I don't know. Taking off Nkunku when we're trying to get back in the game, fair. Let's see. Let's see. But I know the moment Neto receives the ball, he's going to get the loudest cheer. Anyway, good play. Finally, a breakaway. Cole Palmer free on the right-hand side. Square ball into Caicedo. Takes a shot out of the box. Plays it back to Enzo. Oh! Great ball from Enzo. Great ball from Enzo. That was nice play. Great ball. Neto. I thought for a second his first touch in action was going to lead to a goal, but that was good defending by Rico Lewis then to be aware of that. Neto was sharp. He was off his mark. He was like, boom. Play that ball into the area. I'm going to get there. Come on, some quality, boys. Near post, a bit unlucky. That's yours, Gusto. Yours. Shit. That's it, Gusto. Hold him off. Foul him, man. Foul him. Bring him down. Oh. I think Lavia's shown some promise in terms of screening the defense in this game. He's been in some good areas to like break the play up, which is it's nice to see. Oh, that would have asked a lot from Neto, but I like the idea then. Now that we have pace down that side, we can attempt to play passes like that. But interestingly, we're seeing Palmer's on the left so far. Have Palmer and Enzo switch positions maybe? That could make sense. Gusto's holding the width out wide on the right. Palmer playing closer. I mean, let's see. Anyway, Neto. Back to Enzo. Into Cuckoo's path. Neto free 1v1. Come on, Neto. Come on, Neto. Oh, shit. Oh! Fucking hell. That's what I want to see, man. Instantly. Oh, fuck's sake, ref. The moment Neto comes on, he makes something happen. He makes something happen with this directness. Having that directness out wide on the left. Look, Enzo, very unlucky. He couldn't convert that on goal then. Great cross inside the box. Nico, unfortunate too. Unlucky. I feel like Diaz never really is able to like fully handle Nicholas Jackson when we play against him. That was unlucky. But again, that's a little like early signs of the life that Neto can bring in this team. I thought that was a really good cross inside the box. And hopefully now we have some confidence. Caicedo ball in the box. Oh, shit. Okay. Cucurella, Foden's just inverted. Switches out to Gavadio, who finds De Bruyne wide and free in space. De Bruyne finds Doku. Gusto closes down the space. Ball circulates back into midfield. Back to Diaz. Foden out wide. Good tackle, Lavio. Good tackle. I've been impressed with Lavia's defensive performance so far today. I do think that he's been breaking the play up really well. Really like real intelligence behind his play. Okay. Silva drops deep. I don't know. I feel like is it me or is Enzo looking like a little bit tired now? Do you think Maresca might bring on a winger next, or will Kieran Dewsbury Hall come on maybe? De Bruyne able to turn and receive. I don't like that. Come on. I wonder what the stats are second half. It feels like our possession has like dropped over the past like what 20 minutes now or something. Like I feel like the energy is really, it's not gone, but the intensity's drops a little bit. Oh fucking hell, man. Yes, that makes sense. But yeah, I want to see Enzo's man management skills now. I want to see what decisions he makes now to try and get us back in the game. Haaland, just an absolute definition of a physical freak. Like just a, oh, Haaland's boot just catches Cole's knee then. Is that a VAR decision, do you think? It looks like a little bit of... Did he leave his leg out then? Did Haaland leave his leg out? That looked like he left his leg out, no? Maybe the replays... Is he off? But why is that a yellow and not a red? What's the difference that stops that from being a red card? That's what I'm trying to understand. What was the reason behind why that was a yellow and not a red? Like they've clearly seen it was dangerous play. So why was that deemed a yellow card offence then? Listen, I'm not a referee. I'm just a biased fan. I can admit that. But I'm not really understanding. Anyway, Nicholas Jackson, I think you can see that he's cramping up a little bit. We saw him like, you know, showing signs of fatigue now. He's not fully fit. So Mark Hughes got like around, what, 25 minutes to do something. Dewsbury Hall's on the field. Okay. Lavia's off. Fair enough. I thought Lavia was looking impressive today and was looking better than Caicedo at the moment. So that's surprising. That is surprising. I mean, what do you guys think about the subs? I mean, listen, let's give it a few minutes. Let's see if we see like a net positive. But I don't know. I was, you know, I'm surprised by the subs, to be honest. I really thought Madueke would be on. I thought that maybe Lavia remains on the fields. But let's see. Enzo and Caicedo are dropping deep. Dewsbury Halls now has moved further up the fields in Enzo's position. So let's hope for some more improvement now. Fofana, back to Palmer. It does feel though like Palmer is able to operate a lot more centrally and has a bit more freedom now to receive. Like he's drifting to the left, he's receiving from the centre backs, he's moving out wide. Come on, back to Enzo. So this is Enzo in a deeper role. Hopefully he can unlock City's defence. Hopefully he can like improve our passing out from the back. But right now, it's that box of Enzo, Caicedo, Dewsbury Hall, and Cole Palmer. Neto holding the flanks and Gusto holding the width on the right side. Ooh. Okay. I don't know. I feel like the pace second half has really just like gone down a level. Like, Maybe I was getting too used to Pochettino's football. I'm not going to lie, that it was quite exciting. There were moments, even though moments weren't always going our way, but there was like an energy in the performances. But I do have a super chat here. King Javi, thank you, bro. Subs really don't make sense. I mean, the subs literally just maintain the setup. Gu replaces Nico. The sub does allow for Cole Palmer to move more in field though. So there's one positive behind that. And he is allowed to play closer now to Gu. And obviously it does mean that Enzo now has dropped deeper. And I guess if you're going to replace Lavia and you have to go for it, you're going to take off Lavia to bring on Enzo to play deeper, right? I mean, obviously the subs aren't that bold, but they're like, what was it, like bran flakes, oatmeal subs, right? They're responsible subs to make. You keep the setup, you keep the shape, you keep the system going, and a few tweaks now that Palmer is more central, and now that Lavia is, now that Enzo is deeper, receiving from the centre backs. So let's see. I mean, Dewsbury Hall offering more energy pressing. Hopefully we can win a few more balls in City's half now. I think we need to see something. Like City are doing well. Like they're really like spreading out wides to like play through our press. Oh, great header Koval to find Caicedo then. Come on. Some quality. Yes, Neto finally on the ball again. Cucurella back to Enzo. Finds Moises. Finds Neto wides. Okay. Neto makes a run in the box, but there wasn't the right time to play the ball then. But now Gusto is holding the width on the right sides. Dewsbury Hall, like, be a better option, like, go somewhere. Neto, Neto's looking sharp. A lot of like pass and move, pass and goes. Oh, Edison, he dropped that then. Don't foul him. Ah, flipping hell, Doku. Yes, Moises played. Keenan. Ah, back to Neto. I feel like if we want to get back in the game, players will have to take responsibility. Like there was a moment that when Dewsbury Hall received, could you not have decided to take a shot on goal outside the box instead of like doing system of like moving the ball where you have to and doing what you're supposed to do? I think in moments like this, the players have to also take responsibility and make something happen themselves. Like if there's an opportunity to shoot, take the shot. Don't pass it to a teammate and hope that we can like, you know, arsenal our way to a goal. You know, not everything can be a team move to score. Anyway, Fofana and Haaland's been a very interesting battle in this game. I do think Fofana really relishes playing against big strikers like this. We saw him absolutely pocket Nunes like 2 seasons back, and I think he's been showing Haaland that you're not going to have an easy game against me today. So I think it's promising because Fofana was looking a bit rusty in pre-season. He's only coming back after missing out on a whole year's worth of football. So I think his performance so far has been decent. Don't foul him, but stick with him. Don't foul him, stick with him. Played Wesley. Someone win that second ball. That's what I mean. That's the difference. De Bruyne, he could have played the pass to Foden, but that's not going to win them the game. Him taking the shot instead, peeling off into the space, that is the move to make. And I want to see more actions like that from our players now, you know? Levi. Does he find Neto? Gu holds that. Gu, I think should have chest control, man. Oh, fucking hell. Yes, Wesley. Good defending. Honestly, I think Cole and Fofana have looked promising as a partnership. It's like their first time playing together in the league. They'll need a lot more games, but they've been all right. They've been decent. Like, that was really good sweeping then by Fofana. But Rico Lewis, his movement all game has caused us so many issues. Like, he's very good at making those inverted runs. Anyway, I think to myself, why is Enzo marking Haaland? Is that the best we can do? Is that the best we can do? Look, Haaland's getting pissed off now. Enzo does not care. Yes, Enzo, that's it. Yes, Enzo. Yes, Enzo. Get in his head. That's what I rate about Enzo. The little things like that, man. Most players would be intimidated against Haaland. You know, they're getting bullied. They're getting pushed off. Enzo's like, listen, I'm going to lose the physical battle, but I'm going to get in your head. I'm going to be a menace. I'm going to be annoying. And I'm going to stop you as best I can. And I think it's working so far. Okay, Levi. Where's the option? Wesley's now pushed further forward a bit. Come on. I think Maresca, man, bring on Noni. Like, I think another sub's needed. Come on, Moises. Okay. I feel like City have had much better control second half. I think that's just been the prevalent thing I've noticed. Their control in the second half has been way better than the first half. We caused them some issues, but it just feels like we're playing their game now. That's what this whole second half has felt like. That we're playing to Man City's song right now, playing to their tune. Yes, Levi played. But Rico Lewis, man. Honestly, I think this kid, he's one of the best inverted style players in the league. I think he causes so much danger. Easily read by Fofana, who finds Cole, spreads it wide to find Kiernan. Come on, Kiernan. Enzo. But they're like, is it Gusto? Can he find him? Finally, this half. I feel like it's the first time second half this ball's been played to Gusto. Back to Palmer. Oh, wasn't on his other foot though. But good pass by Palmer. Gusto didn't play it to his left foot. You know, he played it to his wrong foot then. If he played it to Palmer's left foot, I think Palmer goes for the corner. But anyway, we wait for the VAR decision right now. Is that a handball? I mean, the hand's out is definitely up there. The hand is definitely up there. Come on, Cole. Jermaine Palmer, please. Someone, some quality. That's what we need right now. We need a moment of individual quality to get us back in this game. Or a set piece or a penalty. I don't think we're going to system our way to a goal. We're not going to system our way playing through Man City. It has to be a moment that comes our way now. Neto. Been a lot of sideways passing. Sideways, sideways, sideways. Okay, Kiernan plays it to Neto. Played Neto, yes, yes, yes. Oh, something like that. We need to see something more like that. Players taking responsibility now, you know. That was great skill by Neto. Come on now, take your man on again. Take him on again. I got a super chat here from Toby S. Thank you, Toby, man. Super chat for Anthony Taylor. Never ref us again. We've been praying. I think I've got super chats like this every year for the past 4 or 5 years. Yet Anthony Taylor is still ruining our lives. Ooh. Is cuckoo like, is it hamstring? No, it can't be hamstring. Is it like cramp? Is that cramp? Oh, tell me that's not like a serious one. Oh shit. Oh shit. Cuckoo might have done something here. Are you serious, man? Oh no. Ah, Cuckoo, that's unfortunate, man. Ah, Vega. This could be a big season for Vega now. Ah, Cucurella. That's like after the Euros he was starting to come back and show prominence. This, hopefully it's not going to be a serious injury. Hopefully it won't be out for too long. But that is unfortunate. Ooh. Listen, there's been many a time I've been very critical of Cucurella, but I'm also one of those guys where, listen, if you start to prove me wrong, then you're back in my good books. I don't do this stuff guys on Twitter do where when they hate you until the day you leave the football club. Nah, I don't care about that. I only care about, are you helping us win? Anyway, I got a super chat here again from Jay Scott. I appreciate that, man. You don't even have to do it, bro, but thank you so much. Our set pieces look a lot better. Not sure why Enzo is guarding Haaland on them, but I'm loving his banter they're showing. He's showing the Chelsea grit. He is. Now, we know that we have Bernardo Cueva as our set-piece specialist. Have they decided, Enzo, we think it makes sense for you to actually tackle Haaland? You can maybe stop him from leaping if you get tight, put your arms around him, and stop him getting off the ground. It's been working so far. We have looked, you know, pretty assuring, like defending set pieces. We haven't seen too much offensive threat, but we haven't got too many corners in this game. But that's a nice observation there, for sure. But, come on. I feel like the life in this game, how has the life drained like this, you know? Oh, my God. Like, I'm noticing details like my hunger. Like, my belly's rumbling like crazy right now. I'm just feeling like a little bit restless watching this. Please, come on, like, it's one moment of quality, like, one. Fucking hell, mate. Oh, does he get there? No, he doesn't get the ball. Enrico peeling off to that wide position yet again. Plays it in the path for Foden, but I think Colwell and Fofana, they have Marshall. Oh, come on, man. How does that? Where do you get a mistake like that from? That's an easy pass on your stronger foot, playing it forward to Neto, man, on the break. We've had like 3 or 4 moments like this whole second half. I mean, ruined an opportunity there. But like I was saying, I think Fofana and Colwell have been like a small positive in this game. I think they've communicated well. I think their relationship has looked quite decent. And they've really taken turns handling Haaland. So I think there's little small positives to take, but there's nothing really big, you know? There's nothing grand to really take. I get it, it's Man City, best team in the league. Maybe we should have more realistic expectations, right? But I don't know. It's not like City are like really playing phenomenal football. It feels like there's something here that could be taken from them, but we need a bit more now. It's just been, we've not done anything to wrestle the control away from Man City. I think that's been the thing in the second half that's been a bit disappointing. Like, we're playing the game at their pace, you know? Like, we're keeping our shape. I guess we're restricting them from taking chances, but it's coming at the expense of really doing anything to create against them now. Noni has been done dirty. Yeah, exactly. I think it's mad that Noni is not coming on after the pre-season he's had. That doesn't make any sense. But Maresca's thinking, for this football I want to play with blah blah blah. Oh, fuck off, Kovacic. Go away, Mateo, man. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God. Oh, this is a fucking embarrassment, honestly. Go to sleep, no intensity, no energy. Let him run through us like fucking nothing. Oh, fucking hell, man. I feel like after the little bit of promise we saw first half, obviously second half has been dead. Second half has been lifeless. Kovacic maintaining his record of only ever scoring bangers and golazzos in his career. Look, no pressure on him. Skips past one. Enzo weak in the tackle. And he takes his shot early. And I'm thinking, Sanchez, bro, how the fuck are you not saving that? How are you not saving that, Sanchez? How are you not? You got a hand to it, right? Oh my God, man. Like, his body wasn't even set up to go to the far right post. Like, how did Sanchez not get there? Oh my Lord, man. How, out of all the saves he made today, he doesn't save that? Oh, dead, lifeless second half. Oh. Being a Chelsea fan these last few years, it's been an absolute... I've never seen so many consecutive defeats in a short amount of seasons like this in my whole life as a fan, actually. Obviously, I'm not 50 or 40 years old, am I? But the amount of... I'm so used to losses and L's. It's something that I feel like it's started to take an effect on me, because now I go into certain games now and I think that type of excitement is, it's like not there sometimes, you know? I just think that Maresca's second half, is this the best that you could have done? He's just maintained the system, not really done nothing to change the game for us. Again, it's these games you go into where we've already been told that you can't really expect too much because the team still need time. Reports are saying that it could take up until like the second half of next season to start seeing life, like what happened last season. It's like Groundhog Day. That's what it kind of feels like. It feels like this eternal Groundhog Day, and it just feels like if it wasn't just non-stop like meddling with deals and transfers and stuff like that, there's a bit more focus. Could we be there a bit faster? I mean, second half outside of Neto producing some nice moments in flashes and short bursts, there's been nothing so far. And the goals we concede come from mistakes with the pressing or poor energy. Like, it's the first time Palmer's received in 10 minutes, it feels like. Yep, he finds Gusto. Is he going to get at his man or play it backwards? He's going to play it backwards. Okay, another super chat, Mikel. Enzo is shite. We need Lavia and Moises midfields. I mean, you can see now why Maresca did start with Caicedo deeper with Lavia, because they would have broken up the play like that. Lavia was constantly in these areas. And Mikel, that's a very good super chat you've sent, man. Just to remind us all that Lavia had been breaking up the play in these areas throughout the game. I get he's thinking, well, I need to take a risk so Enzo goes deeper. But at what expense, The expenses were out the game now. We're out the game now because poor defending. Moises, man, that's a little bit naughty then. A little bit unnecessary then. Fucking hell. I feel like it's going to be another long season. I mean, who knows? We got easier games in front. Easier games ahead. I feel like my brain's not working now. Obviously, the next game's going to be against Leicester City. You'd like to think that's going to be a W, right? But who knows at this point? No, it's not against Leicester City. Bro, my brain is absolutely frazzled right now. What's this club doing to me, man? Our next game's against Wolves. Let's see what happens there. But anyway, I've got some super chats right here. Raz JD, my guy. As soon as Kiernan Dewsbury and Gu came on, I knew we were losing 2-0. We lost momentum. We needed Enzo off and Nkunku 10. I felt like that was a decision, a bold one that could have been made then, to be honest. I thought Nkunku was like our main source of inspiration as the first half was ending. And for him to come off when you're trying to get back in the game, I just felt like it was too negative, because it's about maintaining the solidity of the system over any type of offensive quality. So I agree. I think that was a bit of an L. I think Enzo could have come off in this game, to be honest with you. Fucking hell, Doku. Don't embarrass us, man. Please, have some mercy. Dewsbury Hall gets tackled and brought down. Anyway, Raz JD, I completely agree, man. Momentum has been lost. Energy's out the team. Life's out the team. And I really did nothing in the second half. Mo, thank you for the super chat. Sub off Lavia, keep Enzo. Fraud watch on day 1. Damn. CJ, thank you for the super chat. Get a Simhen. Get a Simhen if we're going to give him some service, you know. I've not seen Gu get too much since he's come on. Obviously, Nico's had his moments. He's a bit rusty. But listen, we have to pay the money. Maybe this is why Sterling's been omitted, because we're playing nasty now to get him out of the team, because it's like we're not going to have Sterling and Osimhen on the payroll. We're only going to have Sterling or Osimhen. That's how I'm seeing the situation right now. But I just think it's mad that Noni doesn't even get like a few minutes in this game. But again, he's another player that could be sold if the right offer comes in. It's like, we were told that this summer would be the final summer that kind of completes the team. It'd be a lot more focus. There'd be a lot more to build from. But we've gone into this season yet again where we're doing most of our business near the end of the transfer window. We didn't even get most of the signings sealed during pre-season. And it just feels like we're repeating exactly what we did last summer. So, I don't know, man. It's not been too inspiring so far, to be honest with you. Like, this was a good opportunity to give the fans something today to feel for and to think about and have some confidence in. And we've not, outside of like a few spurts, we've not seen too much right now. But I have a super chat here from Road King. Appreciate that, man. $10 is quite a lot, not going to lie. Thank you. Your question. Now the reality is setting in on why we sack Pochettino. It's going to be a long summer. We are back to square one. I think that's the sentiment some of us have all been feeling. Maybe we don't want to accept it yet because new season brings new hope. But I think that's something that's on the back of all our minds. And time will tell if we'll be proven wrong or not. Palmer trying to force it. I mean, I get it. But, you know, going back to the drawing board, bringing in a new system, you think to yourself, the team was starting to click under Pochettino. If we had another season, knowing the fact that we're already coming out saying that even getting top 4 isn't important, then why did Poch necessarily get kicked out like that? Okay, he didn't get kicked out. Pochettino also left because the direction he didn't agree with, I understand. But it's like we've literally repeated Groundhog Day. We've gone back to doing what we did last season. And I don't know. Let's see if we see a reaction now against, I think having Servette, that will be the next game in the playoff. That's a decentish game to play against a weaker opposition that can at least give you some confidence in front of goal. And then we take that back to Wolves when we play them away from home. But you know what I mean? It's not the most inspiring start for Maresca's term here. And I'm just disappointed the second half really brought nothing. But we're more likely to lose 3-0 now compared to leaving this at 2-0 now. It's mad. It's mad. Shane, Palmer has felt useless and not in a bad way. Through no fault of his own, the system is failing him. When Nkunku was on, we had a lot more pressure. I still like Enzo, but he looks lost in the system. I think it's interesting that already Enzo has been one of the key conversation points of the season already. One of the key ones. And it's interesting because some of the things that he's getting called out on, or that's getting highlighted, is that lack of defensive application. I'm going to be that guy. The same stuff that people used to like ridicule guys like Gallagher, Mount, etc. for, off the ball. People are now realizing actually it is pretty important to have in your team, right? It actually does make a difference. It does matter because goals like the second one don't get conceded, right? And it's about finding that balance. Do we have enough balance between the supportive players and the difference makers? That is the balance Barresa's going to have to find. And now we're going to have Felix potentially. We're going to have Osimhen. Is Barresa going to be able to use all these guys in the same team together? Probably not, because I think the pressing and defensive side ain't going to be that sexy. It's not going to be that intense. It won't be that good. So we have to see if he can make sense of this master plan that the club are building for him. We have to see, right? But I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit disappointed that I thought I had more energy for the first game, and I'm just not really feeling that much right now. I mean, that's it. Quick handshake, quick hug. And that's it. First game of the new season. 2-0 loss against Man City. I'd have to say Man City really controlled the game. They might not have dominated the game, but Man City did control the game against us today. And it got very easy for them. It was an easy win in the end. I'm going to answer a few more questions before I bring out the match review, my friends. I think tonight I am probably going to think to maybe do a call-in show or another live stream. So stay tuned for that, because I know there's a lot to discuss in this first game. And maybe doing a call-in show so you man can come on. I think I might do that tonight. I think so. I think the new season needs something like that. I'll answer the last super chats. If you guys want to throw us in right before I leave, now is the perfect time because I need to bounce to do this review. But anyway, moving on to Road King done that. Lewis Aya, Sanchez at 90 minutes, 3 shots on goal, 2 conceded. Cabbage hands, 1 big chance created in City's favour. Like, that's the thing with Sanchez. For every one good thing he does, there's equally a bad thing that follows. And you think we force ourselves in a situation where we have, like, what, 6 goalkeepers now, you know? And the 2 we've signed in Jorgensen, who's probably, let's see if he can fight the number 1 spot away from him. Who knows? But for all the money we've spent, you would have thought we would have patterned a big-name goalkeeper like Diogo Costa. Here, FC Porto, here's 60 mil euros right now. Boom. We've got one of the best keepers in the world protecting us now. But I don't know. Obviously, another super chat. Sharif, we pass way too slow for the system. It's killing us right now. Facts. Carlos Sanchez, time we have a real conversation about the club. I feel like conversations will come tonight. I'm going to do another stream. 100% I'm going to be doing that for you guys for sure. Matt, Chelsea are done. Damn. Listen, I don't even blame anyone for feeling this way, because it wasn't the most inspiring show of what's set to come under this system. So listen, you guys, I need to do the review right now. Thank you to everyone that's watched it with me. If you want to see more watch alongs, let me know below. If you like the setup and layout, also I want to get some feedback on that too, innit? But my friends, thank you to everyone. I'll see you all soon tonight. I'll let you guys know on the community page what time the call-in show will be, so we can all have a conversation about today's games.